Hello everyone. I know everybody you sit here, you are now senior high school students. And even though now is summer vacation, but the senior high school student also still needs to go to school. Maybe I think some of people will feel stressful or something. Today I'm going to talk about stress. And it's not talk about the stress that in the teenagers or something. We are focused on the children. The stress threatens the well-being of children. The crisis within. Okay. This is the outline. First, I will talk about the stress introduction, about what is stress and what will cause stress. And the second one, after we talk about the stress introduction, we will talk about what will stress makes people do or influence it. How will it affect people, or it may cause some injury. And after the influences, we will talk about the solution and then the conclusion. First, do you know what things will make you feel stressed? Remy, do you know?
No, I don't know.
I think some people's answer will be, when I face some difficulties, I will feel stressful. But after I read a magazine, there's a special vocabulary. There's a chemical that will makes people feel stressful. It's called stress hormone. And if the stress hormone that in your body was too much, in your mind is too much, that will cause your health and development. And this health and development will be threatened. After we know what is stress and what causes stress, we will talk about the influence. The toxic stress in human's body may trigger the outburst. What does it mean trigger the outburst? For example, let me explain a concept. Just as the healthy student as we. Maybe sometimes we face some simple problems. Just a tiny little problems. As a healthy human, probably we have enough confidence to solve the problem, to face the difficulties. But if the person who have too much toxic stress in their mind or in their body, they will trigger outburst. Or maybe he or she just got 90 in a chemistry test. She felt, I got a so bad score. And she's so angry and so sad. Gosh, this is called an outburst. Or even some people will face some difficulties, and just a small difficulties, and it makes him do something wrong or do something too serious. And if this happens in students, it may lead to the suspension, the expulsion, or if the student do something illegal, he or she may send to the juvenile court. After we talk about the influence, the disadvantage, we need to know how to deal with this, how to deal with our stress, and how to solve the problem. I think the first solution that I want to talk about is the positive support. I think everybody knows that positive support for human is very important. The positive support between you and your family, or between you and your friends. The positive support will make you feel confident, and when you face something, you won't feel too nervous. So, if the children, the little children, doesn't have the positive relationship between he or she and her family, there are a research say that their brains will have smaller volumes. Some parts of their brains will have smaller volumes. And these parts of the research say that they are for stress management, learning, and executive decision. And another research say that the healthy person, just like you and me, when we face some difficulties, probably we have enough emotional resilience to deal with the difficulties, to solve the difficulties. But the person or the children without the positive support, will not have enough or will not have good enough emotional resilience to deal with and to solve the problem. That's just because they don't have positive support. That is, we know positive support is so important. Another solution is that we need to know what makes us feel stressed. We need to understand, to realize what makes us feel stressed and deal with the past. We should not stop thinking about what we have done in the past. We need to de-escalate the stress response and tamping down the confrontation. It means that probably you'll see some pictures or see some things that will make you recall some bad memory that happens in your childhood, or even just happened maybe just a few days ago. But never mind, the things just happen, just let it go. Just don't keep think about it. You should tamp down the confrontation. Okay, another solution. After I talk about this solution, I want to talk about another thing. There's a very important, or the recent research just say that the stress not only influence the people after being born, it also influenced the baby that in the pregnant mother. I think it was a big discovery. So the research say that if the pregnant mother are in depression or depressed, it will hurt the babies that in her body. So there's a person called Cynthia Rogers. She created a project in a Barnes Jewish Hospital and St. Louis Children's Hospital. And this project is about to scan the pregnant mother whether she is in depression or not. The most important solution, I think, is to teach parents the strategies. Some of parents will see will see their children do some wrong things, and they will be so angry. They will say, "Oh, you do wrong! You should not do this!" And kept shouting and kept yelling at her. But the magazine, after I read the magazine, it told me that the first thing after the parents saw their children do something, even though it is not a very good thing or they do something, make a little mistakes, the first thing you should praise what he has done, which one is good, not only shout at him. The praise is the first point. And this will help the parents more attuned to protect their children from their stress. And conclusion. After listening to my presentation today, I hope you can understand what is stress and what the stress will influence and how to deal with and how to face the stress when in the future. Some of you guys probably will get married before, and maybe some days
Before.
in the future, and maybe you will have babies. So I hope when you or your wife have babies, you can recall the memory that I have tell the presentation today, and remind yourself to face to make sure that you didn't make the mistakes to make sure that you know how to face the problems to reduce the stress. Thank you.